Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, the Avatar Wolf. I have Potter with me today, as always.
Sup. We're about to talk about some football. Are y'all ready for some football? Because I know I'm ready for some football. And it's closer and closer to Turkey Day. You know what that means. Man, games on a Thursday next week. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the here and now.
Now, before we actually start, we're gonna actually change up actual recording for next week because I don't know about you. Are you gonna be not wanting to record on Thanksgiving Eve?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't we record before Thanksgiving Eve?
We could do that if you want to. It's up to you guys.
It would
It's up
be
to you.
Wednesday.
It'll be Tuesday technically. Thanksgiving Eve is Wednesday.
Oh, I don't mind recording on Thanksgiving Eve.
Now, as you guys know, I just want to say this real quickly. Next week's streams for Thanksgiving, I got to tell this to Lindsay tomorrow, but I will not be streaming on Thanksgiving Day, which spend time with family, guys. Just that's all I gotta say about that. Um, but yeah, I think we're ready to talk about some football. Are you ready to talk about some football, Potter?
I absolutely am. Well, if you already know.
Let's start with the Thursday night game. We got the Tennessee Titans going into Green Bay in the Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers. Oh.
I was in a chat with one of my buddies, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of our friends started coming in like, Green Bay's the best fucking team ever. Yeah, yeah. Literally 5 or 10 minutes later, he goes, I retract my statement. Green Bay is trash. And you know what? That's how I feel about them. That's how I felt about them all friggin' season long. I keep telling you guys, don't count on Aaron Rodgers being a Green Bay Packer next year. Don't count on it. He's going to go. I still think he's going to go over to Las Vegas. I think he's going to be a Raider.
I think Rodgers would be smarter not to go to actually Las Vegas
Well, why not?
because of their head damn coach.
What's wrong with their head coach?
We'll talk about him later on then, if we don't know. Because I got a lot to say about Las Vegas tonight. I'm gonna go off on them. Green Bay's coming
We
into
were still
a
calling them Oakland.
they won at least 2 games. I can't call them Oakland. I wish I could. But we gotta talk about the Raiders. I gotta talk about the Raiders. I gotta go off on them. But Green Bay's coming into this game. They beat the Cowboys 31-28, which was very much a great game for Green Bay. They actually had some offense, shockingly.
Shockingly.
Rodgers finally getting some he already passed 20 completion 20 passes, I believe. It's more so on Aaron Jones actually getting the job done on the ground. 24 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. So yeah, good thing for Green Bay. The Titans coming in to win after beating the freaking Broncos 17-10.
Doesn't beat the Broncos.
Pardon?
Doesn't beat the Broncos.
That's a good point. So who are you taking here? Are you taking the Titans or taking the Packers?
I don't know, man. That's really a toss-up. It's a toss-up. They got Derrick Henry on the ground. I mean, Malik Jackson is okay. Definitely better than Ryan Tannehill, I think.
Malik Willis, you mean?
Yeah, Malik Willis. I'm sorry.
I don't. Malik Willis doesn't look ready for the NFL yet, which is fine. He's a rookie. I get it, but I don't know if Tannehill either.
It's a good experience, and I think he can beat a weak Packers team. I really do.
Well, it is going to be Ryan Tannehill playing for Tennessee. He played last week.
Oh, perfect.
So it's going to be Tannehill versus Rodgers.
Yep. Titans.
Taking Titans.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take Titans, too. The problem with the Packers is that they're too inconsistent right now. And what I mean by that is that they need to stop throwing the ball. Rodgers needs to stop throwing the ball and just give the ball off to freaking Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is your best player on that offense. And if he's going, you can actually win games. You cannot rely on Aaron Rodgers making the game actually work because he doesn't have the receivers around him to actually make something happen. You were saying something?
No, I was talking to my dog. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
I
good.
threw her a treat.
But yeah, like if you're relying on Rodgers' arm to win the game, it's not going to do too well because of the receivers around him that's not picking up the pace. So I got to Tennessee. They have the better running back in my opinion with Derrick Henry, and
Yeah,
plus
absolutely.
they just know they're doing more. Now, Green Bay, if they can get going on defense and they can going on offense, they could be a different team like here, and they could win this game, and I could absolutely see Green Bay winning this game. But right now, I just don't see it. I'm taking the Titans over Green Bay. And you agree as well, right, Potter?
Of course I do.
Up next, we got the Chicago Bears at the Atlanta Falcons.
I have
Justin
nothing
Fields.
really. I was gonna say I have nothing really nice to say about um Atlanta. I'm taking the Bears. This is a clear-cut win for them.
So, real quickly before I talk about this game, the Bears coming off a 3-game losing streak. They lost to the Cowboys, the Dolphins, and losing to the Lions. The Falcons coming off a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Chargers and to the Panthers on Thursday Night Football. Real quickly, I want to talk about him though. Wait, what's your opinion on Justin Fields' last few games this week?
Why do you ask me that every week about Justin Fields? Like I'm some like I ride like no offense, I love you, but
Well,
like I ride his dick.
he's on the news though for something.
Oh,
So
what's that?
apparently he's getting winded or something like that with his legs. He's saying that to the interviewers that he's starting to get tired of trying to carry this team on his back.
What? Who really said that?
He didn't say it like that. But he was like, my legs are starting to get tired.
Idiot.
uh, he rushed for 13 carries, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns against the Lions, and they lost by 1 point. Let me get the exact quote that Justin Fields said, so I'm not like butchering it. But I seen it on here. I'm gonna put it in news because I can't find it right now just by. They're saying that Justin Fields has the potential to be a top 5 NFL quarterback. Yeah, cool.
No, man's is tripping.
Okay, so Justin Fields is actually getting a lighter practice load after legs feel heavy after last week's loss to the Lions. He says his legs feel heavy. My legs. Wait, hold on. I got some blocker blocking me from reading this. My leg just felt heavy after the game. The guys on the strength stats said my load has been pretty high and been doing a bit of tapering back at practice this week. Now
Don't be sick and tired of. I mean, honestly, that might be him politely telling his coaching staff that he's running the ball too much.
he is running the ball too much. He has like over 100 yards for the last 3 games. I mean, he's
So
carrying this Bears team on his back, and I actually like how he's playing this. Ever since he stopped playing a pocket passer, he's been doing really well on the ground. I get a hate on him. He still can't pass the ball to save his life, but at least he's doing what he needs to do to actually get wins and put his
as
team
we've
in
seen in
spots
this
to win
league,
games.
that only works for a year or two before it starts to break down.
Yes, and I agree with you on that. However, if you can start developing your passing game as well, I mean, right now it's fine for him. This is his 2nd year in the NFL. If he gets a 3rd year or 4th year and he starts to learn how to pass, he could be dangerous in the NFL.
You're right.
You're taking the Bears because of the Falcons, the way they played. They played terrible against the freaking Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, they did.
Um, man, Atlanta should be. Let's be honest here. Atlanta could be 9. They could be 9-1 this season if they didn't like fix up their mistakes here. They lost a 1-point game to the Saints. They almost beat the Rams. They almost beat Tampa Bay if they didn't actually get that rough in the passer call. The Bengals they got absolutely completely destroyed, so we're not gonna talk about that game. The Chargers they lost by 3 points. It was a close game, and then the Panthers they just freaking goofed up. So they should be set 8-2. But in my opinion, huh?
But they're not.
But they're not, and that's all that matters in the NFL. Give me the Bears.
Precisely.
Now, I'm just worried that Justin Fields is not going to try and run the ball as much anymore, and that might actually hurt the Chicago. But I don't think the Falcons are going to be that much of a problem. So give me the
No.
Bears. Anything else you want to say about this game?
Nope.
Okay, up next, we got a snowstorm to talk about. It's going to be the Cleveland Browns at the Buffalo Bills.
So they're talking about moving the Buffalo Bills game to like my area.
Detroit, if it's bad. They did it last
What I
time
heard.
for that one game.
I mean,
they're not going to move
would
the
I
game.
go to the Bills game this weekend? Absolutely.
Can you get tickets for it?
Maybe. If it comes here, I might. That'd be dope.
I don't know how it's going to
Anyways,
work. I have tickets for the game too. I don't know how it's going to work with tickets with me and Crusher having tickets. I believe it.
Here's what I'm going to say about this game.
Okay.
If they play it in Buffalo, Cleveland should be prepared for heavy snowfall. And that, in my opinion, is the best for Buffalo Bills football. The Bills play the best in the snow. Bar none.
Okay.
They're still my football team. I want to talk about the red zone interceptions. I'm not happy with Josh Allen and the decisions he made there. Not smart. 4 red zone interceptions.
You're talking about like the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay, you're not talking about just the one game.
No, it's the past 2 weeks. It's been 4 or 5 red zone interceptions, and that's huge, man. You can't give that up. You got to be smarter.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing about the last game with Buffalo, and like I agree. I'm still playing the whole soul thing on Allen here, but they got a stop on 4th and goal. They stopped them from getting in the end zone at the 1-yard line. And then they run a QB sneak and they fumbled the ball in the end zone and freaking Minnesota recovered. If you pick up the ball and you actually get like 1 or 2 yards, that game's over. Buffalo wins.
Yeah, they easily could have ran out. They could have easily ran 40 yards in those last couple of minutes.
Yeah, for 44 seconds with 1 timeout, and they had only 1 timeout to stop the clock. There was no way Minnesota was going to stop them. And Josh Allen is really good at running the QB sneak because he usually gets like 3 or 4 yards because he's just so hard to tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to actually be like Minnesota was prepared for the QB sneak. They knew it was coming. If I'm Ken Dorsey, do you run a QB sneak in that situation if you know they're going to be playing it? Or do you do something else where you put them in shotgun and try to actually spread the defense out?
I put him in shotgun.
You put him in shotgun?
Fuck that QB sneak. Fuck that QB sneak.
I would run QB draw in shotgun, but then again, you might see the defense actually like push forward. I would have actually did an RPO. I would have did a quarterback designed run, but it's an RPO where Allen has to either run forward or he passes the ball if he thinks it's not going to work. And the RPO is a slant basically for Diggs in the middle of the field. It would get open if he has to throw it, and Allen and Diggs are good on communication connection, so I would trust that more than actually running a QB sneak. Hi, Ian, by the way.
I have a question for you, Ian. Do you know of any football team that runs the circles better than the Buffalo Bills?
Honestly, I don't know. All I do is watch the Bills. That's the only team I watch.
That's the correct answer.
So I'm going to actually give you a statistic that's actually very coincidence, but it's actually very true. Did you know that's what?
Horsecom?
No, I'm live, by the way. Calm down. Oh my god. Potter.
You said horse.
Yeah, Potter.
I can't ever tell these things.
It's okay.
Did you know that McDermott in week 9 and 10 in the regular season is actually... Do you know what his record is for those games?
I do not.
He's actually 7-3 on week 9 and week 10.
7-3, huh?
Or not 7. He's 3-7. My bad. I said 7-3. That's my bad. He's 3-7.
So what the statistics say is Buffalo loses.
Buffalo loses and they get back in track and they win games at the end of the season and win the division.
Fuck a statistic. Buffalo beats a really, really weak, sorry, Crusher, a really weak Cleveland Browns team.
Well, that statistic doesn't count for this game because it's week 11. I'm talking about the other two games that happened. I think Buffalo beats Cleveland.
For sure.
I don't think this is actually a contest, but at the same time, who knows what team Buffalo's going to bring out into the field.
Yeah. I feel like Josh Allen should have sat this week. I don't know why.
He looked fine. He looked fine throwing the ball. It wasn't an injury thing.
Really did. No, he really didn't.
No, he played. His arm looked fine throwing. His decision making was a fucking bad choice on there. His decision making was what killed him in the game. It wasn't his fucking arm.
I know. Maybe he should have sat though.
I don't think he should have sat because I don't think Case Keenum would have been any different. Do you think Case Keenum would have won them that game?
I don't know.
Because here's the thing, the defense couldn't stop anything at certain points.
That's true.
The defense, they let Jefferson catch that ball, which, by the way, that's a great fucking catch. Good job, Jefferson.
Well, yeah, they gave up. They gave up. They watched Josh Allen give up. They gave up too.
Oh, I think Cam Lewis. Okay, I want to say this about Cam Lewis. He played really great. He actually was better than Saquon Johnson, in my opinion, on that safety spot. But the problem that Cam Lewis had is that he's seen money. Let's just say when that ball went in the air for Jefferson, he was thinking to himself, like, I'm going to have an interception. I'm going to make my name in the NFL. I'm going to actually, like, if I don't stay on the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to get another team that wants me to have a starting role on a team. So he was going for the interception, and instead he got the ball ripped out of his hands by Jefferson, and Jefferson came down for a one-handed catch, and he's the reason he kind of caught it one-handed. It happens. I'm not even upset about it, but at the same time, you cannot be making those stupid mistakes as one of your best defenses in the league. But Buffalo should be able to beat Cleveland. I don't think there's much of a problem against Cleveland. The Browns don't know how to use their best player, Nick Chubb, so take that as you will. I'm taking Buffalo.
Me too.
Anything else you gotta say? Ian, how are you doing tonight?
What am I doing tonight? I'm playing Destiny 2 and silently getting angry.
Up next, we got the Eagles at the Colts.
Eagles.
150%. So, are we going to talk about this game at all, or do you just want to take the Eagles?
How Jeff Saturday doing his first NFL coaching?
He won his game.
Wow.
He completely dominated. What are you talking about? They won 25-20.
That's not a complete domination.
I mean, listen to this though. You know how Jonathan Taylor's been having a bad season this year? He had 22 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown rushing the ball. And plus, they had Matt Ryan starting again.
Huh. That doesn't surprise me.
We got to talk about the Eagles, though.
I know. Go ahead.
They lost.
I know. It's weird.
They lost. Really. They lost to the Commanders. So this is a bounce back game for the Eagles. They're taking on a team that should not really be in the conversation right now for the Colts. I'll be honest with you, Potter. I kind of want to take the Colts.
I kind of want to. You know what? I'm gonna.
I kind of want chaos.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna take the. Yeah, but you really can't count out Jalen Hurts. Can you? You don't think they're gonna bounce back and win?
I've been saying this since the start of the season. I've been saying this. You've been kind of more hard on them, but like I don't think the Eagles are that good of a team.
I didn't say they were that good of a team. I just said that the schedule fared in their favor.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think they're a decent team, yes, but at the same time, I don't think they're freaking. They're not a 7-1 team. They're really not. The schedule has made them get easy opponents. That's helped them win games in the last few weeks. Like, I mean, any team can beat the Steelers and Texans.
Hey, so we're at week 11. How does that add up that they're 7-1?
Are they 7? They're 8-1, but whatever. Knowing them, I'm just taking guesses right now. They were 8-0 last week. Damn.
Yeah, so they're 8-1 now.
They're 8-1. Yeah, give me the Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts. I'm going for chaos.
I'm gonna take the Eagles. I'm going for normality.
Now, I'm only taking the Colts because here's the thing. Jeff Saturday, it's going to be funny if Jeff Saturday comes into Indianapolis as a new head coach and he somehow gets them a playoff spot. It's going to be freaking hilarious to me. I'm just going with chaos with my pick. I'm probably going to change my pick on Saturday when I'm actually looking at the game logistically being like, oh, the Eagles are going to kill them. The Eagles should kill them. But I'm taking the Colts.
Eagles will kill them. I'm taking the Eagles and not going to change my pick at the last minute.
Here we go. We got a division rivalry game. We got the New York Jets at the New England Patriots.
Man, I really hate both of these football teams.
So,
I do.
Yeah, you hate both.
Hate them both.
Yep.
So, how do we even talk about this? Who's going to start for the Patriots?
Mac Jones.
Mac Daddy and not Bailey Zappi?
Not Bailey Zappi. No, not Bailey Zappi.
Jesus, that fucking name. Like when they join the Patriots, does Belichick ask them if they want a fucking stage name? Fucking made up ass bullshit is that? Sounds like a porn star's name, Bailey Zappi.
Hey Ian.
What's up?
How many porn stars have you met there that's named Bailey Zappi?
Wait, what did you say?
How many prostitutes have you met there that's named Bailey Zappi?
2.
See?
It's like opening a holographic card in a Yu-Gi-Oh pack, my guy. As a kid, you're excited about that stuff.
But as an adult, you're not.
So I'm
It depends on the card.
It really does. As an avid card collector myself, I still get excited when I get hits out of the card. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm gonna take the Patriots over the Jets.
I'm gonna disagree with you and take the Jets over the Patriots.
Now, here's the thing: this is the Jets. I said this before with New England game against the Jets. Is that the New England Patriots are the team that the Jets need to beat in the regular season to actually be a legit team this year? And they lost the first time they faced them 22-17. They're taking on 1:00 p.m. in New England this time. And the coin says that New England wins and the Jets lose their next 2 games, so I'm going to go with that coin. And I'm going to say that the New England Patriots beat the Jets, and that's my only thought about it. If you want me to say logistically, I think Zach Wilson goes back down to having a bad week. He has 3 or 4 interceptions against the Patriots, this, that, and the other, and basically does not look that good. But if you're talking about why I'm picking the Patriots, it's because of the coin. And Jet fans are so infatuated with the coin this year, it's kind of even funny. So yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. What are you taking? You're taking the Jets, Potter. So you have a reason taking.
Yes, I am.
You have New England. You have a reason taking the Jets over the New England.
Me?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, the Jets. They say that New England fans believe in that shit, but I don't. Personally, I feel like the Jets have done nothing but prove that they're a contender in the AFC East, where everybody thought wrong. They may have gotten off to a bad start, but they've been playing.
It's the Jet fans that believe in the coin because the coin's saying the Jets actually go to the AFC Championship game and lose it in the AFC Championship game, but they lose New England twice this season.
All I'm saying is that for a team that started off as horrendous as they did, they've definitely made a decent comeback. You can't really. I mean, it couldn't hurt for them to. Yeah, I'd like to see them beat the Patriots because fuck the Patriots. That's why.
I
That's my
wouldn't mind them
reason.
beating the Patriots.
That's my reason. Well, fuck the Patriots. And I know a certain somebody gets mad when I say fuck the Patriots. So fuck them even more.
My whole thing is that the Jets, they win or lose by Zach Wilson's
Rar.
play. RAR XD. If Zach Wilson plays bad, the Jets lose. If he plays decent and good, they actually win usually. So give me the Patriots over the Jets. The defense is just Zach Wilson's a question mark against the Patriots defense so far. Up next we got the Rams at the Saints.
Ooh. Now here's the segment of the show you all love so much. It's Potter's shit game of the week. Both of these teams have played horrendous. Like the decline in the Rams, the decline is noticeable. They are definitely not repeat offenders in the Super Bowl. I can tell you right now, they are not repeat offenders.
He said repeat offender.
I'm not wrong. I think Wolf would agree with me.
Funny.
I know. I think Wolf would agree with me.
The Rams are without Cooper Kupp this season. He's on IR now after, I believe, he tore his ACL. Something bad happened to Kupp.
Yep.
Matt Stafford still hasn't been cleared yet from concussion, I believe, as well.
And he started to regress.
And he's been regressing this season. The Rams sold their soul for a Super Bowl ring, and they won the Super Bowl. That's all that matters to them. As for the Saints, what do I have to really say about the Saints? They lost to Pittsburgh last week.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They should be looking towards the draft.
Yeah, they need a Johnny Starbrook.
Or maybe they don't want Johnny Starbrook because, their coach is a beep sucker.
This is so hard for me to pick. I gotta take the Saints just because Cooper Kupp's injured. That's all I gotta say. It could be either or. It could be either or.
Honestly, you know what? I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to take the Rams over the Saints because Jameis Winston, I don't know. I'm questionable about him. He picks and chooses when he wants to show up. It's like he's Kirk Cousins.
It's good that Jameis Winston's not playing, though.
I'm sorry. It's like he's Kirk Cousins' black cousin. He decides when and if he chooses to fucking show up. And I don't like that.
Yeah, it's funny because Jameis Winston's not playing for the Saints right now anyways.
What?
It's Andy Dalton at quarterback.
Oh, shit, it is Dalton. It's been Dalton the last few weeks, hasn't it?
Yes.
And that changes everything. That does.
Dalton is the same way, though. He's having in and out weeks. Like, he'll go into, a game against the Raiders and completely dominate them 24-0. I believe, let me see the stats real quickly of Dalton in that game. Here it is. Dalton had, 222 yards and 2 touchdowns. Go on.
Oh, my God.
You were saying?
No, I'm sorry. What were you saying? Go ahead.
No, just Dalton's he's inconsistent. That's my problem with Dalton, is that he comes in there one week, he does really good, then the next week he doesn't show up. But he should show up against the freaking team that is the freaking Rams, right?
I agree.
So I got to take the Saints over the Rams. I don't trust it.
I agree.
Up next, we got the Detroit Lions at the New York Giants.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Lions, Giants.
Giants.
Do you have anything to say? I mean, the Lions are on a 2-game winning streak. You should have something to say about the Lions.
I don't. The Lion. I've given up on caring about the Lions.
Lion from Madagascar.
I've given up on caring about the Lions. They have fucked with me far too much, and now I know how it feels
to be a Lions fan.
Yeah, kind of, because you want to believe in them, you really want to, and they give you something to kind of believe about, and then they just shit the bed and don't fucking care, and then it's too fucking late and you don't care. And Jared Goff's not the answer, and their defense is horrendous. Their defense is one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
All right, so what do you think about the Giants this year? Like, what do you think about Daniel Jones?
I love the progression that he's made. I love that he is starting to turn into someone they can rely on. Along with Saquon Barkley, that team is going places. I'll tell you. Maybe Jones isn't the answer, but if they can find someone in the draft and get someone behind Jones so that he can learn, they still have in my opinion, Jones is great and he is a viable backup if anything, were to transpire where like he regresses, he's still an option at backup, but I think the Giants could make a step if for some reason they lose their faith in Daniel Jones over the next half a season. They could go for a guy in the draft and really make something happen there. Put a receiver there. Get some work, like put some talent around Daniel Jones and see what he can really do. Next year would be the year to do that, in my opinion, to put some talent around this man and see what he can really, really do.
And
Do you
I
disagree?
honestly, I don't disagree. I don't think Daniel Jones. I think Daniel Jones is solid. He's not like gonna be a elite quarterback, in my opinion, but he can get the job done. He can get you wins. He'll be a game
Right,
manager
but
at
it would help
best.
if he had someone elite to throw the ball to.
And I do think that the Giants are getting the job done because of the running back. And Saquon Barkley's been phenomenal this year, and he should be probably one of the best running backs in the league. He should probably get MVP, not MVP, but he should get what's it called, a Pro Bowl spot this year for the NFC because Saquon Barkley's been just phenomenal this season, man.
I
So
agree.
give me the Giants over the Lions. They're just gonna run the ball down their throats. I don't know if the Giants can actually stop it.
Nah. On the other side of the spectrum, I do want to talk about the fact that DeAndre Swift is back. Amon-Ra St. Brown is back. So if they can get the balls into the hands of their playmakers, the Lions aren't out of this game, I'd say. But if they let the Giants roll all over them and Saquon Barkley roll all over them, it's a wrap. And I've watched so many Lions games where they struggled to get that offense going to where in weeks 1, 2, and 3, they were producing 40 points a game. How does that offense lose that steam?
How do they lose that steam? Losing key
I'm just
players in
curious.
the game, I guess. Losing like someone like Mon St. Brown and losing DeAndre Swift hurt them.
Yeah, but they're back.
They're back now and they got 31 points and they won the game against the Bears.
Let's see what they do against the Giants. Give me the Giants.
I agree. I don't really think it was like that big of a deal having St. Brown and Swift on the field for against the Giants. Because I think the Lions, like the first few games of the season, they were just a product of luck, keeping it up. Keeping it completely honest with you, because once they took on like real defenses, they started actually like losing down. Like the Patriots shut them out, the Cowboys shut them out. They had it close with the Dolphins though, so take that as you will. Up next, we have the Carolina Panthers at the Baltimore Ravens. Give me Baltimore. Potter, you can talk about this game.
I don't want to talk about this game. Give me Baltimore. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, real quickly, Baltimore coming in a 3-game winning streak. They beat the Browns, Buccaneers, and the Saints. Panthers just won the game against the Falcons. That's cool for them. I'll say this about the Panthers. I love PJ Walker. PJ Walker's a really good quarterback.
That's the only thing I want to say is I think Baker Mayfield's going to be. So bye-bye.
And PJ Walker is not like he's not like impressive, but he gets the job done. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to
now Carolina could pull a fast one. Carolina could really, really pull a fast one in the offseason, in my opinion, and they would be smart if they call up Pittsburgh and be like, hey, man, let us get Mitch Trubisky in a third rounder and you take Baker from us. And then Baker's back in that. And as much as Crusher doesn't want to hear this, Baker Mayfield would be back in that division, fucking up the Browns on a 2-game-a-year basis. And I think life would be sweet for Baker if he had a marriage with The Steelers. I really foresee that being a thing. It's not working out for them in Carolina. They might want to work out something with him. They might not. They might be waiting, biding their time till draft time. Maybe they send Baker Mayfield and nothing for the first round draft pick of the Steelers. It could happen. And if I was the Steelers, I'd jump all over that, considering the situation for them is not good.
You have Kenny Pickett though, but I mean, Kenny Pickett's only one. He's a rookie,
and he's not that good. Sorry, Pittsburgh fans. He's not that good. You guys had your quarterback, and he died. I'm sorry, you had your quarterback, and he died. Dwayne Haskins would have been the future, in my opinion, of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was that mobile quarterback that they needed to continue. Like, I know Big Ben did his thing, but there is another big mobile quarterback in Dwayne Haskins to take over. And I really think that had he survived, he would have beat both Pickett and Trubisky in that quarterback competition. I'm 100% behind that.
Okay, here's a question for you about the Ravens. If Lamar Jackson doesn't come back next season because they didn't pay him, is this their do or die time right now to win the Super Bowl? Is this their last chance?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if Lamar leaves, then everybody, in my opinion, the next star leaves too. Like, oh, you guys just let Lamar walk? All right, I'm leaving too. That whole team breaks down.
All right, we're both taking the Ravens over the Panthers. It's not even a close contest.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. As much as I love PJ Walker.
We got the Commanders at the Texans.
Ooh.
Commanders.
You got to give me the Commanders. You got to.
They just beat the Eagles.
Yeah. And that's huge for them. That is huge for Tyler Heinicke. That's huge.
Tyler Heinicke's the real deal.
He is, in my opinion. He's the one that got them to the Super Bowl. He's the one that got them to the playoffs. He was the one, not Carson Wentz. No, it was Tyler Heinicke, and I think he's their guy going forward. I think that Carson Wentz is on his way out of the NFL too. If he doesn't he's done. That's 3 teams in 3 years that didn't want him. No way.
Look what the Commanders have done since Heinicke's been in. They beat the Bears, they beat the Packers, and they beat the Colts. They lost to Minnesota. Minnesota's actually a good team this year. You can't deny that.
Not at all.
But then they beat the undefeated Eagles. That's more than enough. As for the Texans, they're on a 4-game losing streak, and it's probably going to continue.
It's tank mode for them. Ellerby's gone. Jack Ellerby's gone. It's tank mode for them. Lovie Smith's gonna. And if Lovie Smith has his way, he's gonna draft some defensive people, and they're never gonna have an offense there in Houston. Not as long as Lovie Smith's their coach. I'm sorry. Smith is.
He's a defensive coach. I don't like him. That's why.
I love him as a defensive coach, but as a head coach, nah.
No.
Not at all.
Nope. He's been terrible for Houston, and it's been bad.
If you're going to hire a defensive coach, you need to hire a good offensive coordinator, and that's something that Houston did not do.
I'll say this though: you can hire a defensive coordinator, but he has to actually be actually caring about the offense. Look at McDermott, for example.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that if you hire a coach like Lovie Smith, who is defense orientated, you need to hire someone like, who do I want to use as a good example of a good offense? You know what? I'll just say Brian Desbois.
Okay.
Because he's a good offensive coordinator and really cares about his offense and can produce a quarterback. And that's something that they're not doing in Houston with Lovie Smith calling all the shots. I'm sorry. Lovie Smith is defensive quarterback. Yeah, he's been to the Super Bowl, but he lost in the said Super Bowl.
All right.
Because he refused to go with a quarterback. And honestly, who the hell was Rex Grossman? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't like that decision. Ellerby hired Lovie Smith. I just don't know about that move. In
I
his
think
coaching career, what is he, less than 500%?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's not good.
Give me Commanders.
I agree.
Up next, I got the Raiders at the Broncos.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another portion of Cootie's shit games of the week. I'm not even going to talk about this one, Wolf. You said you wanted to go off on the Raiders, so go ahead.
So let me just get this straight here. I have a great cosplay of the legend in Las Vegas. I right now am gonna dress up as Josh McDaniels as he's head coaching a game for the Raiders.
You should show it so I can see it, because I can't see it.
Here, I'll share my screen. Or yeah, I'll share my screen. Where is it? I don't know what's going on. Wait, we lost? I thought we were winning by 15.
So, in this game, do you like... I gotta see your face reaction for this. Do you like Nasty Nate or Nasty Josh?
Oh my god.
Nasty Nate strikes again, Wolf.
You know, you were saying about how, like, what was your shit game of the week this week?
It's in the LA Rams game.
I think this is going to be the best game of all time because we're going to watch ineptitude at offense. This is going to be something special to watch.
So are you talking about, like, shit game of the week, like Buffalo versus Cleveland in 2006 shitty, where it was like 13 to fucking 11?
No, not that levels of shitty. I just don't think they're going to be, like, team scoring and whatnot. And I think that when it comes down to the wire, it's going to be a close game, and both coaches are not going to know how to finish the game, and they're going to be trying to give each other the game to win the game. I expect, like, interceptions to happen in the fourth quarter, and this, that, and the other, and, like, just bad coaching decisions all around. I think I gotta take Russell Wilson and the Broncos. I think they're just a better team than the Raiders. Because here's the thing, it's not about, like, which team is better. It's about which team is better at actually beating teams without their head coach's help. And the Broncos have a better shot at doing that than the Raiders, in my opinion. The Broncos are at least 3-6. The Raiders are 2-7. So the Broncos have a win over them.
You heard it here first. The Wolf has chosen Nasty Nate.
I'm not choosing him. I'm choosing Russell Wilson, but at the same time, yeah. Potter, what's your pick?
The way that Nasty Nate believes it is you're choosing Nasty Nate.
Yeah,
and you're choosing nobody at all.
Yeah. So who are you thinking, Potter?
I gotta take Nasty Nate.
Oh, we're all fucked. Guys, if this is a great game to watch, I'm gonna be fucking shocked. If this is a great game to watch,
after he beats them, he's gonna walk up to Josh McDaniels and say, "Next time, I said I want cocktail."
How the fuck did the AFC West get all this hype around them, and then have three shitty head coaches?
Terrible, bro. I know Russell Wilson hates his life right now, bro. Hates his life.
Up next, we go to Minnesota. It's about the Dallas Cowboys at the Minnesota Vikings.
Minnesota played such a great game against Buffalo. I hate to say it, but they're one of the best teams in the National Football League. Actually, I don't hate to say it because I low-key love the Vikings. I've always loved the Vikings. Like, they're purple. Their color scheme is my colors. Like, I love the Vikings. I don't like Kirk Cousins, but I like the Vikings.
The Vikings' problem last season, and this is what's been holding them back for the last few seasons, was their head coaching staff. And the head coach that they had last season, I can't remember his freaking name, but they got rid of him, and they hired Kevin O'Connell, and Kevin O'Connell's been amazing for this team. He's been really taking this team up to new heights that they didn't really think they could see possible last season.
You mean Mike Zimmer?
Yeah, Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer was bad for them last season, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible for Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer wasn't that good. Dallas is very interesting too, though. This is going to be a good defensive showdown between two teams.
I agree.
Who are you taking, Minnesota or Dallas?
Minnesota.
I think I got to take Minnesota as well. They're right now 8-1.
And honestly, though, it comes down to the weekly factor that I like to call: is Kirk Cousins going to show up to play this week, or is Kirk Cousins going to take his ball and go home?
Well, it's 4:25 kickoff, and it's probably going to be the game of the week because they're facing the Cowboys. You know how they put the Cowboys on primetime always. So it's probably going to be a game that Cousins is not going to play that well in. But
We'll
here's the
have to
thing as
see.
well. Cousins against the Bills didn't play that good either. He threw 2 interceptions. They won in spite of Cousins.
That's true. Dalvin
So-
Cook with a super huge breakout run. What was it, 79 yards?
Yep. But Justin Jefferson saved that team that last week.
For sure. What an amazing player they got in trading Stephon Diggs to the Bills and getting Justin Jefferson.
And I'm not even hating on the Vikings right now by saying that. It's just like
Not at all.
Kirk Cousins just didn't impress me last week. I mean, Josh Allen, people saying how bad Josh Allen played. Kirk Cousins had the same amount of stats. He had 50 passes, 30 completions, 357 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Like, I think Allen had a better week. That's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, just I'm taking the Vikings over the Cowboys. I don't
For
know what's
sure.
going on for the offensive spot. If the Cowboys run the ball, they have a chance. If they don't run the ball and put it in the hands of Dak Prescott, it's the same thing as like Green Bay, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we're going through these games quickly tonight, Potter. We got the
I know,
Bengals
right?
at the Steelers.
Well, we were talking about the Steelers earlier, and I think this could be a perfect landing spot for Baker Mayfield if things don't work out with him and the Panthers. I know that the Steelers were flirting with Mayfield a little bit, before the season started, but you know that the Browns weren't going to trade Baker Mayfield away to a division rival. You know that wasn't going to happen. But you know who might trade him away to the Steelers? The Carolina Panthers. Honestly, I think that would be a great move if it doesn't work out, because PJ Walker is working out great for them.
It could.
They have a
happen.
backup in Sam Darnold. I don't think there's room for Mayfield there. And I think he would thrive in Pittsburgh. I really do. With the lack of, in my opinion, Kenny Pickett's terrible. Sorry. I don't care, Steelers fans, if you hate me for that, but Kenny Pickett's terrible. I know he's a rookie and he goes through the motions and whatever, but as a rookie, compared to the rest of the rookies, he's fucking terrible.
So, are you taking the Bengals in this game?
Yes.
Because my thing here is that the Steelers got their best player back last week.
Yeah, you're all hyped on J.J. Watt or
PJ Watt.
P.J. Watt, whatever, dude.
He changes his
1%.
defense.
That's great. But defense can only take you so far.
And if you want to help you a lot better, they beat the Bengals in week 1 because of TJ Watt.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of football played since then.
I think the Steelers actually do have a chance to win this game, and it all depends on the offense. I think the Steelers' defense will actually get to Joe Burrow, and TJ Watt will have a menacing day against Burrow because the offensive line for the Bengals absolutely sucks. Do you agree with that at least?
I agree with that.
And it's going to depend on Kenny Pickett to actually get points on the board for the Steelers. If he does not get points on the board, it's going to be the Bengals' game to lose.
That's why I'm taking the Bengals, because it all falls on Kenny Pickett, and I don't trust him.
I'm going to go with an upset. I'm going to say the Steelers wins. I have to take some upsets here. I'm going to take the Steelers. Now, I don't think it's going to be a very lopsided game. And I'm not going to say the Bengals have no shot at this. I just believe more in TJ Watt more than more people do. And that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. The Bengals can go out there and completely destroy Pittsburgh. Does not matter. I'm still taking the Steelers. Power taking the Bengals.
Yep.
All right. Up next, we got our Sunday Night Football game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers fans, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you will not win Sunday Night Football. It is now the Kadarius Toney show in Kansas City, and we watched him break out. And there's going to be a lot more where that came from. And I was right, Wolf. I told you 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that this man was going to be a game changer for that offense. Was going to bring that offense, that already bolstered, high-powered offense, to another speed, to a speed that they're more familiar with. I agree with myself from the past that Kadarius Toney is definitely the poor man's Tyreek Hill. And he's proven to stay healthy. Look at that.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll give him. It's only 2 weeks.
And he's already produced. He's
got one touchdown with 57 yards receiving. 4 catches.
Okay.
I don't see the numbers you're talking about.
That's still production.
That's still production.
Great.
Yes, that's good production.
It's only going to get better.
I just wanted to see it first before I actually believe it. But he is getting at least a touchdown. Did you believe that last week was his first ever touchdown in the NFL?
No, I don't. He was injured that much.
Fuck. Man. The logical choice here taking the Chiefs. But my only problem taking the Chiefs in this game is that they're known for losing games against division rivals in LA, in Oakland, or Las Vegas, or in Denver. And I don't know which one is going to happen with Kansas City. So that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like, okay, which team are they going to lose to? Are they going to lose to the Bengals? Or not Bengals. Are they going to lose to the Chargers? Are they going to lose to the Raiders? Or are they going to lose to the Denver Broncos?
I don't think they're going to lose to the Chargers.
I think they're going to lose one of those games. Because I think Buffalo's going to win the home field advantage.
Right.
I don't know. I don't really... Do I trust the Broncos and Raiders to actually beat them? That's my only thing. I don't know if I can trust Denver beating fucking Kansas City.
Weirder things have happened this year.
I'm gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't go against Kansas City.
Nope.
Not in the AFC West. The AFC West is just... I don't like the AFC West this year at all. I mean, I think Brandon Stanley's a fraud. He's an analytic idiot. You got the doofus in Denver, Nasty Nate. And then you got Mr. Blind in Oakland or Las Vegas and McDaniels. Give me the Chiefs. Mr. Magoo.
Mr. Magoo. Josh McDaniels starring as Mr. Magoo.
Hold on. Where's my glasses? Give me the Chiefs.
Same.
All right. Monday Night Football, we got the San Francisco 49ers taking on Arizona Cardinals and the Warzone-led Kyler Murray.
Dun, 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 dun. Kyle Murray's too busy playing God.
You know the
Monday.
Cardinals won last week, right?
I spent all day on JJ's couch playing Call of Duty.
You know what the funny part is? Cardinals won last week against the Rams, right?
Yeah.
And Colt McCoy looked better in the pocket than Kyler Murray has all season.
I know, and that was well, I'm not gonna lie, Colt McCoy is a seasoned vet.
He's a good seasoned vet too. He's not bad. But
he's not a bad number to call on when you need it. He's just not a starter. Trust me, the Browns have tried.
This is in Mexico, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Who are you taking in Mexico?
I'm gonna have to take San Fran.
I was thinking the same thing. I think San Fran's a much better team. I think San Fran could actually win the division. It's either San Fran or the Seahawks this year. Either one of those teams, because the Rams and Cardinals are not it. Kyler Murray's over there playing Warzone or playing the new Tarkov mode for Call of Duty, which actually looks very fun. If you guys have not checked that out yet, it looks really good.
Call of Duty is fucking stupid. Play Fortnite instead. It's free. You don't have to spend $60 for the same fucking game every year. Sorry, I cannot stand that Call of Duty, the fact that all these companies that make this fucking game are in cahoots, and they're like, all right, here's the maps of everything that we did last year. Just reverse that shit and make the color palettes different. Boom, a new Call of Duty game every year. That's fucking ridiculous, and you people eat it up and pay $60, $70, $80, $100, $200 for it.
Destiny 2 could have did that too.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Madden does the same thing too, by the way. And by the way, I had a glitch on my Madden series, and I was trying to figure out how to fix it. I searched it up, and they've been having this glitch since 2016.
Yeah, EA sucks too. We're established with that
though. Give me the Niners over the Cardinals. Christian McCaffrey's better.
This is going to be an exciting week of football because we are coming close to the holidays.
You're not wrong. I think next week's
going to be... in December, teams have got to fight.
Yep.
And I want to see some of these teams fight.
Especially
I really do. Agreed.
All right.
As always, thanks for having me, Wolf.
No problem, Potter. Guys, let me know in the comment section below what games you're taking, this, that, and the other. I'll see you next week for some more football predictions. Ian, quick, what's your final statement before we head off?
Yes.
There you guys have it. He said yes. Whoever voted for yes last week that Ian Quick was going to say, you guys won $1 million. Congratulations. Good night, guys.